Sorry to the people wearing headphones, and also sorry to the people who aren't wearing headphones. Today, we're going to be doing fancy stuff with the frequency modulation bit of MiniFreak's frequency modulation and ring modulation oscillator. Try saying that after a couple of pints of beer. Good news, people, I've bribed my scriptwriter with ice cream to come back and work with me, so this video will be way more exciting than normal. Let's get started with an init patch. We'll set up a sine wave on oscillator 1 using 2 operator FM with an amount of 0. Maybe 3 people in the world like sine waves, and I doubt any of them are watching this video, so moving swiftly on, or as scriptwriter says, that should be moving on swiftly. Now over to oscillator 2 in the studio. So we've selected the frequency modulation and ring modulation oscillator here. Frequency modulation controls the amount of the modulator, which is oscillator 1, feeding into oscillator 2. Side note, I will be referring to oscillator 1 as the modulator and oscillator 2 as the carrier from now on. By default, the carrier is also a simple sine wave, but we can change the wave of the carrier using the wave knob. At 0, it's a sine wave. At 50, it's a sawtooth wave. And at 100, it's a square wave. And that changes quite smoothly throughout. Frequency modulation controls the amount of the modulator that is modulating the carrier. Using subtle amounts is the key here. Listen, this is only at 40 and it is already sounding like someone vomited all over my keyboard. 15 is a good maximum value to aim for. I know, scriptwriter takes one English exam and she thinks that gives her license to use graphic language. Anyway, note that in the init patch, oscillator 2 is slightly detuned by 0.02 of a semitone, which in FM synthesis will cause an annoying beating effect. So we'll turn that to 0. I'll just demonstrate at a slightly higher value to show what it sounds like. And down to 0. Back to the modulator. Let me demonstrate what the effect on the carrier is for various different settings on the modulator. Remember that here the modulator is currently a sine wave, so I'm going to increase the amount to around 35 to turn it into a more complex waveform. The ratio is currently 1:1, which if you remember from our previous video is 24, and you can watch that by clicking at the top of the screen. Scriptwriter thinks that the next bit is kind of boring, so we'll skip through pretty quickly. This is a ratio of modulator 1 carrier 2. And with feedback. Back to 1:1. With feedback. Two to 1. With feedback. 3-to-1. With feedback. Also note that you can try different synthesis engines as the modulator, but some of them have quite bad results, such as the Superwave. Sorry to the people wearing headphones, and also sorry to the people who aren't wearing headphones. I hope this video was useful to anyone trying to learn about the types of sounds you can make using FM synthesis on the MiniFreak. Please let me know in the comments if I should make my scriptwriter's retirement a little more permanent, if you know what I mean. I kid, she wrote that, honestly. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.